Right now, the economic landscape is brimming with opportunities to build wealth and secure your future. Whether you're planning for retirement, growing your investments, or navigating market trends, taking action today can make all the difference. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner Professional. If you want to position yourself for success in the evolving economy, you're in the right place. Welcome to Saving the Investor. Coming up on today's show,
the new administration's financial possibilities, the goodness of giving back, benefiting from tax loss harvesting, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Saving the Investor. It is great to have you with us on this Sunday morning. My name is Craig Wolf here at the Advantage Retirement Group with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
What better way to start than talking about the new administration?
Yes.
President Trump he's now 47, he was 45,
Yeah.
We had a 46 in between. Similar to when he was elected in 2016, the Republicans now control the House and the Senate as well. Let's start by talking what the impact of that will be.
I think it's going to be, as you can see, you're going to have executive orders being signed. So that's going to be, it's going to be more pro what the Republican Party is looking for. It's not going to have as much gridlock. Usually markets do like gridlock. They do like gridlock because nothing gets passed and nothing, but with this, you're going to have a lot of, pro-business stuff and pro-business, laws and regulations that are going to help business owners. So they're going to like that. The business owners are going to like that. So I think it's going to bring on business, and you really see a lot more foreign money coming into the United States investing. I think they're going to try to invest in factories, and because there's going to be tax benefits for companies to do business here in the States versus leaving it overseas. So it could really bring on a good rash of business.
So we talk about gridlock because less gets done. I would assume that means the chances are lessened for extreme movements in the markets.
That's true.
Let's talk about optimism.
Yeah.
And the level of rosiness that people feel. And I don't mean just the people that voted for President Trump, but generally speaking, do you foresee a healthy level of optimism as we move into President Trump's first year in office?
Yes, I can tell you just from either clients or new people coming in to see us, they are definitely more optimistic. They are willing to take a risk in the market. It was not too long ago with 46 that it was more of a wait and see type of investing. There was a lot of uncertainty from a lot of people from coming in and talking to me about investments. So now it seems like it's more optimistic, more positive, and they're willing to invest because they feel like there's going to be an opportunity out there.
Well, let's talk about that to sort of finish up this first segment. We all know that no one has a crystal ball, but how do you feel about the direction of the market in the near term, with our new quote unquote president?
You're always going to have the Democrats and the Republicans. They're going to be fighting back and forth. You know that. But I think with the regulations that he's putting forth and for pro-business, I personally, my money in there too, feel like it's going to be a more stock market opportunity for people. Matter of fact, what we're doing with our clients, ones that were on a defensive play before the election, we're having them come in and reassess their risk and reassess their portfolios to have a more of a growth-oriented type of atmosphere than more protective.
All right, Alfie, thank you. Great way to start the show this
Yes.
morning. Stick around here on Saving the Investor. There's plenty more to come.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Are you worried about inflation and how it's affecting your retirement?
Well, you're not alone. According to a recent study, 73% of Americans rank their finances as their number one stress in life.
But don't worry, there's help available. Alfie's free retirement toolkit can help you transform your worries into confidence.
Inside this toolkit, you'll find valuable resources like a guide to creating a retirement income plan, tips for saving for retirement, and strategies for protecting your retirement savings from inflation.
Plus, you'll get a copy of Alfie's new book, Making Waves in Retirement.
This free toolkit provides valuable insights like ways to transform your worries of retirement into confidence, ways to discover the weak points in your retirement plan, ways even small changes to your retirement plan can make a big difference, and how big your tax bill could be in retirement.
To get Alfie's free retirement toolkit, simply text the word KIT to 239-747-1080. That's KIT to 239-747-1080.
Don't wait and act now. This offer is only available for a limited time. Text KIT to 239-747-1080 today and start building a worry-free retirement.
One thing about being in the financial business for over 40 years, we get a lot of questions all the time, and especially us because we have a TV and radio show. So we're going to take some of these questions that are asked frequently. That means that you are wanting to know the answers and you're going to get them today.
I'm just wondering if life insurance should be part of my retirement strategy. What do you recommend, Alfie?
So life insurance could be treated in a couple different ways, more than a couple different ways. I'll explain two. One of them is to pay estate taxes. Another one could be to pass on a legacy. I should say three because one more would be to take out tax-free money. So it depends on your age, it depends on your health, but there's ways that we can overfund a life insurance and take out tax-free money for many, many years. And again, if interest rates go up or taxes go up in the future, you're going to have to pay a lot of taxes. Life insurance could be that tool to give you some tax-free money. And we know it passes on tax-free. So if you're looking for a legacy, that's one of a great way to utilize that. And the last thing is if you need it for home health care, this could be a great tool to be a part of your asset and a part of your estate.
Hi, Alfie. I almost feel guilty asking this question because I have a good relationship with my advisor, but I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to have the best financial plan possible. So do you think getting a second opinion would be a good idea?
You know what I always say, this is your money and you got to put the money first, okay? I had a world-renowned orthopedic surgeon that came to us about the time I was going to have back surgery. I already did the MRI. He asked if he could see the MRI. Matter of fact, I had the appointment the following week, and he told me that what I was going to experience when I went to see that doctor. And he says, Alfie, you have 4 vertebrae that are bad, and you have stenosis, and that's why my legs were I couldn't even walk. I had stenosis so bad. He says, you're going to have 4 vertebrae that they're going to want to clean out. But he said, what you don't need, Alfie, is a fusion. So I knew when I went to my doctor that week, I knew what he was going to tell me. But the thing I wanted to hear was, do I need a fusion? And sure enough, he says, Alfie, you do not need a fusion. We just need to clean those out and you're going to be just fine. So I knew I had the right doctor at that point. So when you do a second opinion, that's what you're doing. All you're doing is making sure you are in the right situation. There's a lot of things going on in our world right now. You need to take consideration taxes. You need to take consideration income, volatility, inflation. You have to look at all that and make sure that your plan is encompassing all that. If it's not, you need to change. because you have to protect yourself first and not worry about feelings of another advisor. You have to put yourself first, and we put what we call a retirement simulator. We'll put your whole plan in there to see if we are going to be a better fit and a better plan than what you currently have, and you'll see it side by side, and that's when you make a wise decision instead of not doing anything. So I hope you take advantage of that.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Are you ready to take control of your retirement and create a sound financial future? The first step is simple. Be one of the first 7 callers right now and schedule your complimentary, no-risk, no-obligation retirement review with Alfie and his concierge team. When you visit Alfie's office, you'll sit down and discuss your unique goals and concerns. Alfie and his team don't just talk about financial planning, they craft personalized solutions. On your first visit, you can also expect expert analysis of your current situation, risk mitigation techniques, and tax-saving strategies. And that's just for starters. In the world of financial planning, experience matters. With more than 40 years of experience, Alfie understands the needs of those who are soon to be or already retired, from investment allocation to income planning, tax strategies, and estate planning. Your retirement success plan awaits simply by taking advantage of Alfie's complimentary, no-risk, no-obligation retirement review. Be one of the first 7 callers right now at 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. Call now. Your future financial self will thank you.
Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Alfie, in your book, Making Waves in Retirement, you have a lot of incredible stories that I completely love. You talk a lot about helping clients with defining their values and meeting their goals. You have some really unique values and purpose. So talk about some of the purposes that are incredibly important to you, especially giving back to our community.
Yeah, we love doing that here at the Advanced Retirement Group. Our clients really like giving to Harry Chapin Food Bank, and we have volunteers that we'll go there and volunteer. As you know, you've been there many times, and I think they get out of it more than we than they do, because it's just such a great thing to give back. So our clients love doing that. We give resources to Harry Chapin. So that's one of the things that we do. That really dedicates for the seniors, because there's different segments you can do with Harry Chapin. So we like to give back to the seniors. And then the other thing that we do, and it's called the Elite 8. Okay, and the Elite 8 is community leaders. There's 8 of us, and they're handpicked. And this is, Kevin Shell had a lot to do with it, and he's the one that put this together. And Bill Dobman is, from My Shower Door. He's one of them. Mm-hmm. And so I think him and myself will always be on there, and they're going to be rotating. Mm-hmm. But what's awesome about the Elite 8, it's really giving back to the kids. So there was 15 schools in Lee County. Yeah. And there was about 20 kids from each school, 15 to 20 kids from each school that were entrepreneurs, and they wanted to ask us questions. So that was an exciting time. We had about 500 people in the auditorium, mm-hmm. and they were bussed in because 15 different schools, and they were able to ask the Elite 8 questions about their dreams and goals, and how did you get your success? How did you so. Giving back to the community is one of the things that we definitely get more out of it than the kids did. Kids got a lot out of it, but even the Elite 8, that was one of the things that we all talked about. So when you get to a point that it's you want to give back. Yeah. And giving back is it says in the Bible it's better to give than receive.
Yeah.
And I agree that 100%. So yeah, they got a lot out of it, and we're mentoring these high school kids. So that's where my heart is.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to find what their purpose is.
Yeah.
Because it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. I find it interesting because those are two very different segments of population.
Yeah.
We have the seniors. I know that they need a lot of assistance. And then there's the students.
Yeah.
And I really think a lot of your passion comes from your personal experience. So talk a little bit about why you're so passionate about helping seniors and students.
Well, the seniors, of course, a lot of times things are so expensive, and to see where they're having a hard time, buying meals and getting, so you see that problem and you want to try to help as much as you can. And then myself, as a kid, I was raised by a single mom and my sister, and mom was always working. So, at a young age, I needed some guidance. I could tell you that, and I didn't have it at all times. So it's nice to be able to guide. If you can get someone on a fast track to success, it's a lot easier. It just takes time out of them trying to do it themselves and make all the mistakes. Mm-hmm. So if we can tell them the mistakes that we made, you don't have to make those. So that's why we do that.
Very inspiring,
Well, thank you.
Alfie. So thanks for giving back to our community. And if you'd like to learn more about some of the community involvement that we're doing, feel free to give us a call or go to our website.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Ladies, are you ready to take charge of your financial future? Alfie Townsend, a seasoned certified financial planner with over 4 decades of experience, specializes in helping women just like you navigate the complexities of wealth management, retirement planning, and investment strategies. With Alfie by your side, you can trust that your financial goals will be met with precision and care. Whether you're looking to grow your savings, secure your retirement, or optimize your investments, Alfie's personalized approach will ensure that your unique needs are understood and addressed. Don't let financial uncertainty hold you back. It's time to seize control and build the future you deserve. Take the first step toward financial empowerment by scheduling a consultation with Alfie today. Call 239-747-1080 and let's start turning your financial dreams into reality. Remember, your financial future is in your hands, and Alfie is here to help you make the most of it. Don't wait any longer. Call Alfie today.
So people that know me, they know that I love Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. As you can see, Rocky in the background. I had a good friend of mine. He really bought this picture for me, and I had a bunch of people sign it, and it means a whole lot to me. And the story goes back to the first Rocky in the 70s. I was 12 years old. Maybe it was 13 years old. I was not going down the right path. My mom had my sister and I at a very young age, single mom. And so when I saw that movie, Rocky, I was at a point that I was hanging out with the wrong kids at the time. But when I saw that movie, that really changed my life. I stopped immediately hanging out with the kids I was hanging out with. I remember buying those plastic weights with the cement in there, started working out, started hanging out with the right people. And it has literally changed my life. I never looked back. And matter of fact, I wrote a book. My first book talked about Rocky and what it really meant to me and how he changed my path. And it's the same thing when you talk about investing. There's something that's going to change your path of investing, and you might have had, sometimes people have bad advisors or they might have bad experience with investing, but I tell those people, I said, don't let that put you where you never trust another advisor that can help you. So if you're one of those people that had a bad experience with a financial advisor, or you had, you just don't trust the stock market, the thing about it is, let us put something together for you. We work very, very hard. We work with the best of the best managers. These are managers that you can't get on your own. They're called institutional money managers. So we're able to go to the top of the money manager chain and get some unbelievable portfolios. And they know what we're looking for our clients. And that's one thing about being an independent advisor. We're able to really look at what's out there and get the best of the best. And we're not stuck with, sometimes you're with a firm that can only offer services and products for that firm. As an independent, we can offer anything. So when you have that freedom, that really helps. So if you had maybe a bad experience, give us a call and see if we can put you in a better place and put a plan together for you. And again, Rocky is, I did write Rocky a letter and sent him one of my books because like I said, I had him in my book. It went to the wrong address. They sent the book back and I tried to find his address. So if anybody out there knows Sylvester Stallone, please let me know because he really changed my life at the right time.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
It is not uncommon for people to worry about the future, asking questions like, will my family be taken care of? Or what if I can't make decisions for myself? Well, these are valid concerns, and estate planning is the answer. It's not just for the wealthy either. It's for anybody who wants to ensure that their wishes are honored and their loved ones are protected. A well-thought-out estate plan is a gift that can provide peace of mind and reduce stress for your family during a challenging time. It's about leaving a legacy of love and clarity, and not confusion or disputes. At the Advantage Retirement Group, we understand the importance of this gift. And that's why we've created a comprehensive white paper called The Greatest Gift, Estate Planning Essentials. This resource will guide you through the key components of estate planning, from wills and trusts to healthcare directives and tax implications, empowering you to make informed decisions for your family's future. If you're ready to give this invaluable gift to your loved ones, I encourage you to reach out today. Just call 239-747-1080, 239-747-1080. Or you can visit our website, savingtheinvestor.com, to get your free copy of The Greatest Gift. Let us help you create a lasting legacy that reflects your love and your intentions. Don't wait. Take that first step today because your family deserves it.
This is another edition of Knowledge is Power, and I'm telling you, you're going to want to hear what we're going to talk about because there's a lot of knowledge going on in what this segment's all about. David Antonucci, advisor here at the Advantage Retirement Group, and we see all different types of people that come in here, but a lot of them have maybe one or they might have an Apple stock or a Nvidia that really grew a lot, and they have a lot of capital gains in there, and they think they're stuck with it because they don't want to sell it, but they would like to take some income or maybe diversify. Explain what we do here.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that we do see sometimes where we'll have a large holding, and there's a couple ways to go about it. Number one, if it's a holding that, hey, I want to hold on to, it's done very well for me. First of all, you want to be diversified, so I don't recommend having all your money in one basket, okay? But there are ways to do it. One would be doing it in the form of direct indexing with tax loss harvesting. So quick story just to illustrate this, we talked about this with one of our clients where they had a very large holding in a bank stock, and it wasn't really a well-known bank, and it was something where he wanted to get some diversification and weed out of it. So
he couldn't cash it all in because he had a lot of gains.
Absolutely,
in that.
He had a lot of gains. So this direct indexing with tax loss harvesting program will work to sell out of that position, but then we'll buy other stocks to really tax loss harvest, where we're selling stocks that are down and then selling his bank stocks, so we're having an offset.
Okay, like you might sell $50,000 worth of losses, and then you could sell $50,000 worth of gains. So we do this throughout, and this is not something that you just do and the first year. This is a long process, but what it does, it eventually over 3 or 4 years, it gets you. If you want maybe 50% holding in that bank stock, it might take 2 or 3 years to get rid of some of those and then sell it off, and then it's a wash, so there's no tax consequences. So that's one thing. What do we do for people that need income? And let's say they're holding Apple.
So Apple, great company, right? And if they want to hold on to it, well, we can get anywhere from, let's say, 2 to 5% in additional added income. Okay,
that they're not getting right now,
and still hold the stock. That's the nice thing about it, is sometimes people come in, well, there's probably not anything you could do for me because I have a large holding and I don't want to sell it. Well, it's not the case. I would say let us have a look at it, because we're able to get additional income in the form of covered call options, where we can most of the time, if you want to hold on to it, we can do that as well, where we can do what's called a roll out and up. So in other words, we can hold your stock, get you additional income that you never knew you could get.
Yeah, so this is like an added dividend almost that they're getting over and above what it pays. So there are options out there. So if you have a big holding in one company, 2 companies, that you want to have more diversification, but you want to sell and be able to offset your sale, the gains.
The gains.
This is one way to do it. Or if you want to use your stocks that you currently have to get additional premium, additional income on your money, you can do it. So obviously there's more details about that, but we'd love to have you come in and see if this is something for you, if you're looking for additional income, or if you're looking to get more diversified in a heavy holding stock that you have. This might be your option.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Saving the Investor. But creating a secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones is an ongoing journey. I know it's important to you, and that's why I'm asking you to call the number on your screen right now. If you're one of the first 7 people to reach us, you'll receive a complimentary consultation with Alfie, where he will use the insights he has gained in his 40-plus year career to review your financial plan. Today's world seems more uncertain and volatile than any time that I can remember, and your financial future is too important to leave to chance. Whether you're navigating market uncertainties, planning for retirement, or securing your family's legacy, now is the time to take action. Be one of the first 7 to call 239-747-1080 and schedule your complimentary consultation with Alfie. Take that first step now. You've got nothing to lose and quite possibly much to gain. Thanks for joining us today on Saving the Investor. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples, Alberto, Bugacci, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.